here we are live at Donvale for the final of the ECA Under 18. The double Zs, Zach and Xander are on their way, so you're stuck with me for the minute. All right, now hopefully we're good to go. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. I think you can hear me. Testing, 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 testing.
That way. Get in the joint.
Good mate, how are you?
Good,
Yeah.
look at this joint. Where's this going?
That's what we needed. Hang on.
Frog.
Hello and welcome to the Under-18 Grand Final between Donvale and Trinity Willison. We're back for one last time for season 2020-21. My name is Zach, I'm here with Xander. Xander, how are you going?
I think I'm still connecting. Might be on the live airways here, and I'm surprised we're back. After our last result when we were in the commentating booth in the grand final.
Yeah, we're hoping 44th the target today. Hopefully we can get past
If we can
that.
get past that and end the season with a positive record is what we're hoping for. We're currently 1 apiece. Could go 2-1. As we have the pinnacle of youth athleticism here in the under-18s competition with Trinity Willison against Donvale, the premier under-18s ECA grade. They're playing on turf today, unlike the usual grounds they're used to playing on, which is synthetic. So it will be exciting to watch.
Yeah, given we got here 45 seconds ago, we didn't have a lot of time to inspect the pitch, but everything looks pretty nice from over here. Trinity aren't used to turf, so it'll be interesting to see how they cope with it. The opening batsmen here are Jordan McCleary and T.A. Walker.
Lights are on here under the floodlights. That's something else that the Trinity kids would not be used to, as T.A. Walker guides that backwards past point, and the fielders pick that ball up now as they've come back for 2 runs. But there's been a bit of a collision, and T.A.
The truck that he is.
The truck that he is.
Keeper. That was a nice shot though, waited for it, nice cut. If you can cut on this pitch, you know there's a bit of bounce in it. I think it's probably a good result that Trinity are batting first. I think the pitch will only get worse from here. So looks like they did win the toss. So I think that was a really good decision by captain Charlie Clark.
And that has concluded the end of the opening over in this grand final. And if we look at the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, the score currently is 0 for 3 after the 1 over.
That's a lovely shot by Jordan McCleary. Driven through the covers for 4, first boundary of the day. It's a tree company boundary today, and it gets Trinity up to 7. Lovely shot there by Jordan. Another full ball, and Jordan McCleary has knocked it into the offside. Cover was very, very deep. I think he might have still been wandering in from collecting the ball off the fence, and very easy single there. Nice little start here for Trinity. Number 8.
Fantastic start, and as we saw before with the first tree company boundary, the ball actually slowed up a lot towards the end there, so that'll be something to keep your eye on as the next ball comes in. And that has bowled him, I believe, and there goes T.A. Walker.
He has. Thought he actually kept that one out there, but next second the bail's on the ground. So it's the first wicket of the game for Donvale. Trinity now 1 for 8, and it brings out the captain, Charlie Clark. It was a very nice ball there, really full. T.A. tried to get his bat down on it, but couldn't control it, and it's knocked over off stump. Good start here for Donvale. What do we think's par today, Xander?
Look, on a synthetic ground, in a 220 game, I would have said, oh, ground this big, maybe 120, 130. But I'll tell you what, I know nothing about turf cricket, Zach, so anything in the triple figures is probably match winning for mine.
Yeah, I think runs on board in grand final are always handy. So if Trinity can get themselves up to some sort of defendable score, it always puts the pressure on the side batting second. So big innings here for Charlie Clark. First ball for Charlie Clark, another full toss, driven away in the offside, but no run. So the field at the moment is a wide slip, a third man, a point, a cover, and a mid-off on the offside, and then there's a mid-on, mid-wicket, square leg, and fine leg. So two on the boundary, third man and fine leg.
As that one a bit shorter, and Charlie works that away down to the man at fine leg, who will pick that up as they get a single, and he gets off the strike.
Wing by that fielder, just by the way. Lovely throw.
This is the highest class of cricket after McGibbon, Zach. And
Rolling out Bird, are you, Xander?
well, a lot of the Burt players in this team, well, in your team, are also playing in this team, Zach.
Very true. We've got two or three that are in the twos. Charlie Clark and Scott Newman, a couple of them.
Marcus Dayton as well.
Marcus Dayton. And then quite a few in the threes. T.A. Walker, Will Howe's played some games in the threes. Mark Della River's been in the twos and the threes, so it really shows.
Roy's had some appearances as well.
He has. It's really good for the future of the seniors to see all these under-18s playing senior cricket. Turf's another beast though.
You know a thing or two about turf. And T20 games as well, on turf grounds, especially out at Mulgrave, I've heard.
Yeah, nice flat pitch.
As that one is a little bit fuller, and Charlie plays that into a gap there in past mid-off as the fielder picks that up towards the boundary, and they'll get back for two. Fantastic throw again.
And that was a lovely shot, waited for it nicely, drove it through the gap. Nice start here by the boys. Little inside edge there.
Goes towards square leg, which is picked up by the fielder.
Starting with spin on turf, what do we think?
Look, I think especially in the short form, I love it. It does change it up a little bit. It makes the batsman have to adjust as Charlie guides that one out towards deep cover where they've got a sweeper on the boundary who picks that up as they get another single. Look, I do think it's important to keep the batsman guessing in T20 games. So I think having pace and spin to open up will really maximise the opportunity to get a wicket, as we saw early with the wicket of T.A. Walker.
Absolutely. So this bowler here, Cannon, Xander, we have a look at his My Cricket stats. 63 games for the year.
Wow.
1,589 runs at an average of 48. With a high score of 109, and 37 wickets at 27, including a 4 for 1.
4 for 1. That is very impressive as Jordan McCleary guides that past the man there at maybe second slip, and they get there for 2 to the vacant third man region.
63 games.
63 games. I thought there were only 13.
Looks like he plays in about 4 under 18 competitions. Gets around.
Gets around. Highly sought after player there as we check the Bendigo Bank scoreboard after the third over, and the score currently in this under 18s grand final here at Donvale is 1 for 14.
Charlie Clark back on strike, but he's missed that one. Safely through to the keeper. Nice even start here. Donvale got an early wicket, but the runs have started okay, going almost 5 and over.
Now, there is an electronic scoreboard at this ground, and they've opted for the red font. A little bit hard to see, in my opinion. As Charlie Clark swings at that one, nearly a wide there, goes through to the keeper for a dot.
Yeah. If only I had a power bar to charge my phone, Xander.
Yes, if only you did have a power bar and not a Power Hero Quest protein bar.
For those at home, I asked Xander if he could bring one of his brother's power bars, and I meant for my phone to charge, and he bought me a muesli bar. So it was quite delicious, though, we'll have to say.
Yes, Dem does know his taste in bars as Charlie Clark plays that one through an outside edge, and it's gone towards the point region. They get through there for a single. And there is an extra. Now, Zach, which sponsor is responsible for the extras today? Something we didn't have to talk about in the McGibbon Shield Grand Final.
I'm not sure if anyone wants to sponsor an extra, do they?
No, I don't think they do. So that is a Donvale extra today. That one's a little bit wider as it comes into bowl again. Slower ball, and Jordan has hit that over mid-wicket. It's another extra, and that is gone towards the mid-wicket region, but it's plugged in the ground, and they will get there for 2, stopping just short of the boundary, but it is a no ball. Will we see a free hit called?
Not sure if we will, but I've got to say, when he hit that, you thought every day of the week that'd go for 4, and that is just plugged. So that's twice now the ball hasn't kept going through. So maybe it might be a little tough to score today.
And that ball a little bit back of a length that goes through for a dot. As Nicholas Asenzo, the all-rounder for Donvale, as I'm looking at the My Cricket page, he's played 38 matches this season.
They get around, these boys. It's very impressive.
He's taken 20 wickets this season as he comes into bowl again. That one a little bit shorter. Jordan hits onto it, and it might be caught there by the man at mid-off, and it sees Jordan McCleary depart. After a alright start, he's out for 10 off 11 balls. Look at the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Trinity Willison are 2 for 19.
So, unfortunately, Jordan McCleary departs there, but another twos boy comes to the crease. Marcus Dayton was in really good form second half of the year, and it's a big test for him today on turf. Looking forward to watching him bat.
Yeah, look, a fantastic power couple we have here with the bat, and more often than not, I have to bowl to these guys in the nets on the Thursday night, and the amount of times I see the ball fly right back at me, the power in these two young children. You're looking for some fireworks today, Schleff?
Well, I hope so, that's for sure.
Yes, they are playing for their team to win the grand final and playing potentially for a 2 spot next season with their captain and selector watching. It's Marcus Dayton. Faces up. That one a little bit shorter, and that is well played there by Marcus Dayton. And that concludes the over. Let's check the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Another time this over. It is 2 for 19 after 4.
Pretty good start here for Donvale, 2 early wickets. Trinity going to have to spend just a little bit of time here to consolidate. The rules are a bit different in these one-day games and juniors. You can bowl 6 overs today, not 4. Just like in the 45 over games, you can bowl 12 overs, which I find quite interesting. So not a lot of sharing in this under 18s comp. That ball is driven on the up, but it's squirted back past point, and Charlie Clark comes back for 2 runs. Looking busy so far.
I don't know how to respond to that. I assume he would be busy given he's currently had in his schedule cricket grand final. As Charlie lets that one spin and he blocks that beautifully towards a short cover region for a dot. You know, in T20 games, the momentum shifts instantly as Charlie plays that one and that goes along the ground towards mid-off for another dot.
Very dangerous left arm orthodox, particularly to right-handers. That one's a bit fuller, slashed away onto the leg side. Chuck gets through for a single.
The diving effort by the fielder there at square leg. It's a lovely ground.
It is a very nice ground.
Maybe we should invest in a turf team.
Turf's overrated.
As it's a late appeal by the fielders there.
I'm pretty confident, but umpire has no interest in it.
No, and when it does come to the art form of the appeal, Zach, one has to say it relies heavily on the keeper.
Yeah, it's a bit of a team effort. You're more likely to get it if everyone asks a question. If the keeper doesn't go up, and if the keeper's not going up, let's be honest, it's probably not even close to the bat because the keeper's usually the first one to go up.
That is true, but I have seen some fantastic appealing efforts by keepers over the years, especially in the McGibbon Shield. Fantastic there by Saint, as he is called by the boys at the cricket club. A lot of heart in that kid.
Yeah, I think he appealed one a couple of weeks ago that I reckon the batsman missed by about 2 metres.
Potentially, as we hear over here, we have the 502 helicopter taking your scenic route over Doncaster and the Donvale region. You can book with Donvale aeroplane accommodation for some sightseeing tours. I'm sure out the window to the right you can see Westfield Doncaster, perhaps the Eastern Freeway. As we return here in the 5th over, as they've changed ends, Charlie Clark on strike.
We've lost the plot early today. 5 overs gone and we've already lost it.
As Charlie tries to hit that one and just top edges that straight back to the bowler, and there's another early wicket there for Donvale. A back in motion wicket there. As Charlie Clark, the captain, has to depart. So check the Bendigo Bank scoreboard following that wicket. The score currently in this under 18s grand final here in Donvale is 3 for 22.
Yeah, it's a big wicket there for Donvale. Chark is a very dangerous batsman, and unfortunately couldn't quite get hold of that one. It's gone straight up in the air and a very easy catch. But Trinity do bat deep here. Lots of good batting to come. Will Keeley in now. Looked excellent last week. He'll be wanting to continue on from where he left off.
Those who missed out on last week's televised coverage of the Trinity Willison under 18s semi-final, Trinity Willison bowling out Burwood Black in a 2-day game for 76 on the first day and then proceeded to win, making it a very short semi-final game there for them. And they'll be looking to see what they could do today in this grand final.
Yeah, it was always going to be a bit tougher today. Donvale, a very good team. They got some excellent players. And the added difficulty of turf as well. But you never know. Any score on the board is defendable.
Well, of course. And as you've said plenty of times in team huddles, I know that we scored 50 this week, but there is pressure when you're chasing, especially added grand final pressure. So they'll be looking to see how many runs they can score to then turn around to how many runs they can defend with ball in hand. They're also a very skillful bowling team, Trinity Willison, as we saw young gun T.J. Walker last week take 5 wickets, all bowled. Very impressive. As that one is a little bit shorter and that has been hit away perhaps off the thigh pad towards fine leg, and that will be a single off the bat.
Yeah, these just have to rebuild for the next 5 overs, I think. They'd want to still be 3 down at 10. They need to give themselves a chance in the back half of this innings. If they keep losing wickets, it's going to get very hard.
That ball back of a length, Marcus Dayton plays that comfortably for a dot.
So 3 wickets already for Senzo. Very good start by him. In again, this one is fuller and wider outside off. Slashed out by Marcus Dayton, but he's missed it through to the keeper.
Yeah, now with the grand final, usually you'd say it's probably the last game of the season for the boys. However, with all these Donvale players, we don't really know, do we?
Who knows? It could be game 63 of 200, the way these boys have been going.
I'd like to join one of those competitions. Perhaps there is no winter break as Marcus Dayton tries to hit a shorter one, and that just falls short of the man there at mid-on. Perhaps T-Rex'd it.
Look, to be honest, I thought he sort of ran away from it a little bit. It looked like if he sort of went directly sideways, he might have been half a chance there. But Marcus Dayton gets away with one there.
Yeah, I think the ball is really slowing up on this wicket from what I've seen from the bowler here. All the wickets that he has obtained so far, it seems that the Trinity Willison boys have been misjudging the pace after the bounce as he comes in again, and that is really well left. And that concludes another over here as we check the Bendigo Bank scoreboard in this grand final, and the score currently is 3 for 24 after 6. Now, as captain, Zach, when is it licensed? When do you give the batsman license to go?
Well, I think when you're setting and you've lost early wickets, you really need to give yourselves time in the middle to get back in the game. I think the old adage is you can't go until the number of wickets you have left is the same as the number of overs. So, for instance, if you'd lost 5 wickets, you'd have to wait until 5 overs to go. So, I think with 3 early wickets here, they're going to have to keep building before they have a real crack. Short and pulled away. Oh dear, big mix up. Marcus unfortunately hit it almost straight to square leg, and he sort of took off, wasn't really sure, and he's been stranded halfway down. That's not what Trinity needed.
No, it is not what they needed. And as there is another wicket here for Donvale, sees departure of Marcus Dayton run out for 1.
Batsman is Jack Palmer, averaging 18 for the season.
And first ball, he plays that quite well. And that is a dot. Now the current field that we have set, we have 3 fielders outside the circle with a sweeper, a mid-wicket who's not exactly under the udders there at Cow. He's a little bit off the boundary, and we have a deep mid-on.
Yep, and left-handed Dempanopoulos bowling very nicely here.
Going a bit fuller, and it is played to the man at mid-off.
Bit nimbler than Dem, I'd say, this boy.
A little bit, but he has nothing on Dem's hair. That man knows his fashion. As he comes into bowl again, that is flicked away towards the vacant fine leg region. They could be coming back for 2 as the fielder runs to pick up the ball. The fielder slides, picks up the ball, throws it in. Good throw, and they do get back for 2 runs after that. Lovely leg glance by Jack Palmer.
This is the problem with turf, Xander. Anything short, which you think is just pullable, if it doesn't quite get up as much as you're expecting, you can be made to look like a goose pretty quickly. So Jack Palmer did pretty well there. That one dropped short, but it skidded through a bit and he stayed on the back foot, but played with a straight bat, got it away for a single to finish the over. As we have a look at the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, it is 4 for 27 after 7 overs. Another run out chance there. Jack Palmer hit it one on the leg side and took off, and Will Keeley not too keen to go, but he went eventually, and there was a little misfield, and that was just enough to save them there. They get through for a single. The coach, you could hear him screaming from the sidelines, oh no. They've got away with that one. Need to be careful here, can't afford a run out.
No, and it's a change in the bowling with J.L. Conroy replacing the other dude who was bowling before, Mr. Asenzo, after a fantastic opening spell, 3 for 13 off 3 overs in the grand final. As that is played well to cover for a dot.
Nice and solid there by Will Keeley.
So prepares to come in again for another delivery. And that is left outside of stump. A lot of spin here, Zach, on the turf wicket. Don't know how much patience I would have while facing this as he comes in and bowls again. That one is a bit fuller. They've gone up for the appeal and it has been given not out. The correct call, I believe. It looked like that one drifted a little bit and maybe hit outside the line of off stump from my angle.
Yeah, spin bowlers get it easy on turf. Yeah, you just basically got to get it down the other end and you half a chance for a wicket. Much harder on synthetic.
As we check the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, 1 off that over, and it is now 4 for 28 after 8 overs. As Harish Cannon, or Kanan, continues his opening spell.
That one held up in the pitch. In and leading edge, but it falls short of point. Wouldn't be too fun to face this, I don't think. That was a really nice ball, that one. Ooh, is that a leggy? Maybe I'm seeing things. That one's fuller. Jack Palmer gets down the pitch to it and knocks it down to long on for a single.
Yeah, good eyes from you, Zach. Noticing the variation there. Bowler changing his release point a little bit, and he tried to cramp up the batsman. But it was dealt with finally, as that one will not be out. Worth a shout though, everything's worth a shout in any form of cricket that you play.
Gotta ask the question.
Do you miss 100% of the chances you do not take? Sometimes you miss 100 of the ones that you do take. Because that is well played.
Now, a thing that I discovered on the way here, Xander, Donvale is a long way away.
Yes, it is. It is quite a trek from the rest of the eastern suburb teams, as that is a fantastic shot that has been hit through point, but there is a sweeper out there that will stop it as the ball has stopped to a complete halt, but there has been a misfield. The sweeper looks like he went down to pick up the ball, missed the ball that was, well, quite frankly, not moving at all. And in a bizarre turn of events, that shot, fantastic shot, has gone for 4.
It was a lovely shot by Will Keeley and it snuck over the line. Trinity need every run they can get at the moment.
It's a very good tree company boundary. And that one hit towards the man at third man for a dot.
And that ends the 9th over as we have a look at the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Trinity are now 4 for 33. It's pretty tough out there. Looking like the pitch has got a little bit in it. These two are going to have to continue to consolidate here. Try to get themselves to sort of 14 or 15 overs and see if they can get some away at the end to get them up to a score. Probably at this point, if you got to 100, you'd be pretty happy, I think.
Yeah, I think we've seen it is rather a large ground, and it also is quite slow that we have seen. So 100 could be a score to get, as that is hit towards the man at cover and stopped abruptly for another dot. That one well bowled again, taking pace off the ball. The Donvale attack has been doing, and it is quite hard to get away. So that one a little bit shorter. Batsman adjusting there for another dot to the man at the short mid-wicket area. And there is a fantastic shot, well-placed shot there towards the vacant fine leg area, and they are coming back for 2 runs.
So after we had 2 Johns umpiring last week, we've got 2 Ians today. Ian Ashwell and Ian Graham are the 2 umpires. Thank you to the umpires for trekking out to Donvale for this match. Nice shot there by Jack Palmer, but couldn't get past cover. And there's no run, and that ends the 10th over. As we have a look at the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, Trinity Willison are 4 for 35. So Donvale making full use of the 6 over bowling limit here today. With Kanan coming in for his final over, we believe. No wicket for him, but he's bowled reasonably tightly. And Will Keeley defends that away for another dot.
Now with the fielding, as they have changed ends, there is no fine leg, there's a short third man, we have a point, a cover, a sweeper who is going to pick up that ball, as I say his name. We have a mid-on, a mid-off, a short mid-wicket, a man right under the udders there at cow, and a backward square leg, as that is outside of stump and well played.
Looks like your fielding map research has paid off, Xander.
Yeah, look, being in the commentary booth, you never know who's listening. I'm trying to flex as much cricket knowledge as I can to prove I'm more than just a gun bowler. As that is outside of stump and hit back towards the bowler for a dot ball.
And there's a chance gone begging there. Jack Buckley's come down the pitch and missed it. It was quite full, and the keepers, unfortunately for Donvale, juggled that one, and Jack Buckley's got back in time. So I have had a message come through inquiring about someone bowling 6 overs, and just to reiterate, you can bowl 6 overs in a 21-21 game in junior cricket. So not too much about sharing it around, but it is legal to bowl 6 overs.
Yes, and with that ball, that should have finished his allotment. As he ends his spell, as we check the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, the score is 4 for 37 after 11 with Mr. Kanan 0 for 21 after 6. Fantastic.
Looks like the 520 Jetstar from Sydney is coming in over the top.
Yes, as passengers look out your window to see this very scenic ground. Watch a bit of cricketing action with a bit of basketball on the side there, as we have some future NBL hoopers running some threes on the court. If you brought your parachute along, you might be able to join in. I've called next, and I'm looking for 2 eager teammates to run some threes as they get through for a single there, I believe. This is a full ball. He has guided that, and it has hit that and has been picked up by the man there at point. Not a lot of runs here, Zach.
No, but they're doing exactly what they needed to do, which was just to get through a few overs here and give themselves something to launch from at the end. So I actually like this from Jack and Will Keeley here. Get themselves back in the game. Got to get to about 15 overs, I think, before they start ramping it up. Can't afford to be 6 or 7 down here at this stage.
Yes, thank you for your fantastic insights, as there is an appeal there.
One of the more audacious appeals you'll see, I think. That looked like middle of the bat.
It did look like middle of the bat. However, there is a sense of season fatigue after his 87th game this season, as Will Keeley plays a fantastic shot down to the sweeper as they get through for a single. And as we check the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, another good over for Donvale. The score is 4 for 38.
This is the thing about having lots of spinners in the team, is these overs just fly by. We've already had 12 overs in really only about 40 minutes, so they're really getting through the overs, and it can just get away from you really quickly here. So the run rate's down to just over 3 and over.
And there's a change in bowler at the, I want to say the whoop whoop end, as I look and see a bunch of trees out there. Another spinner coming on. As
southern end for some other people.
Yes, those that have the compasses out can probably check that, as a ball back of a length to start is hit towards the man at deep mid wicket, and they get through for a single.
Another spinner here. It's what you can do on turf. Just put 5 people that roll the fingers over it. Makes it very hard to score.
Might need some unorthodox batting to match that, as that one is Fuller. He attacks it. That has gone over the mid wicket, and that has gone away for 4 runs. A lovely Bendigo Bank boundary there that is raced away along the ground for 4 runs. Superb shot. Great use of the footwork there.
That was. You really have to do that on turf. Get the bowlers to change up their lengths, and coming down the pitch there and getting it away over mid wicket. That was a good shot by Jack Palmer.
and stiff on the fielder there. He has been taken out of his spot under the udders and has been brought up to backward square leg as that is popped up. And that has been taken superbly by the man there at short mid wicket. He runs across, takes it with one hand, and unfortunately we have to see the back of Mr. Palmer as the 525, I want to say Qantas Airlines plane goes by, heading towards Tullamarine from Tahiti. And there is another wicket has fallen for Trinity Willison. And as we check the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, the score is 4 for 44.
How many red cordials did you have before you came here today, Xander?
Look, I've been locked in my house for quite a long time since our last outing. It's been a long time since I watched cricket. As I apologise, the score on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard is 5 for 44.
New batsman is Adam Donahue, can hit a big ball and he's going to need to here. He slashed that one, missed by cover, mid-off runs around, picks it up and he gets off the mark.
Promising start.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more where that came from.
As that has been put right in the proverbial block hole. And thus has been blocked there by Mr. Keeley. And that concludes another good over for Donvale. Wasn't even a bad over for Trinity Willison either, especially with the quality of cricket we've been seeing right now. Runs are hard to come by, but we did see that boundary this over as we checked the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, and the score currently has progressed to 5 for 45 after 13. Zach, is it licensed to go?
No, not quite yet. Only 5 wickets in the shed, so they've got to wait, I'd say 3 more overs here, although they have sent Adam Donahue out, so I don't think he'll be hanging around too much. And right on cue, unfortunately, that one slid through the gate there and he's been bowled.
A treat company wicket there as we check the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. The score now will be 6 for 45 after 13.1. Bit of a commentator's curse there, Zach.
I blame you for that one. There have been a couple of comments that we as a commentary duo might be a curse because of what happened in the grand final for the ones as well, except I will say that in the semi-final they did chase that down, none down with us on commentary. So I'd like to think that we're not a curse.
Look, I'd like to think that as well. And quite frankly, our record currently is 1 apiece. Enough
Correct.
said. As I believe, is that TJ Walker coming out to bat?
That is TJ Walker. I think they've done a good job here just to hold him off, I think, a little bit. And now with 8 overs to go, I think hopefully he gives himself an over or 2 just to make sure he can see the ball and get a bit of a feel for it, and then he'll be able to start accelerating from there. Oh my. Another full one on the stumps, and TJ Walker has been bowled first ball. Dear oh dear, Xander.
Dear oh dear, the part-time spinners rolling the fingers over the ball. It is different, as you have said previously, on turf.
It is, except when you're just getting bowled from Yorkers, I'm not quite sure how much we can blame the pitch for those last 2 wickets. Just really good bowling. Full, not expecting it, maybe a little bit quicker, and they've both slid through the gate. Really well bowled.
As we see Mark Della Riva coming out to bat now. And I think, look, as we've discussed previously, it is nearly time to go. It's quite nearly time to go.
Do you reckon?
Perhaps it is time to go. I think any score is defendable. I had a vision, an epiphany. 63. Score is defendable on this ground.
Well, the good news is they have snuck past 44. So they've ticked off the first milestone. I think we'll see Mark giving himself a little bit of time here. He's got a good head on his shoulders. I think he'll be expecting a full one first ball now.
And the hat-trick ball is very well defended.
Still lots of time left. There's still 46 balls. And when you're 7 down, you really can't afford to get bowled out here in the 15th over. You've got to bat your time here and scrape to any score possible.
And that one looked like it popped a little bit more than Mark expected there. Speaking of pop, Mark Della Riva has a music channel on TikTok. Quite a talented musician, that one, as he plays that quite well, and that is very well fielded.
He is. Got a very nice voice. Nice on the guitar. He owes us a song actually, hasn't posted one for a while.
He is not, as we do a social media check.
And that ends the 14th over. As we check the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, Trinity Willison in a fair bit of trouble, to be honest. 7 for 45.
Yes, I have been told that Mark Della Riva and Jordan McCleary both really enjoy when there's footy on the TV and they're sitting there with the afternoon tea. As the first ball has been hit away. This is very difficult to bat on. I don't know if I have ever exhibited this much patience, especially by Keels here. As that one a little bit shorter, not out as he tried to flick that away over the vacant square leg region.
It is very different. Like that was a short of a length ball, and when you're used to synthetic and the bounce being very true, to see it skidding through like that does make it very tough to score for these boys.
Keels flicks that away towards fine leg where there is no fine leg, so the man at backward square leg had to run around to that, and Keels gets back for 2. Yeah, I think what you said before was completely correct, Zach. It really is about batting your 20 overs here.
Keels has looked really solid today. Defending very strong, played a couple of nice shots. Definitely a shining light so far. And that is a big swing out towards Cow. And it's just cleared the man standing on the boundary at Cow for 6 runs. That's a nice shot, Xander.
That is a big Bendigo Bank boundary there for 6 runs over the udders for 6 big ones there. Fantastic shot, and Keely now is leading the run scoring. It's a fantastic shot. That's about an 87-metre boundary there, isn't it?
It is a big boundary, and the man down there was right on it, and it looked like it was going to fall into his lap, but it's just cleared him for a really nice 6.
Fantastic 6, and as we end the over, we check the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, and Trinity Willison have moved currently to 7 for 53 after 15 overs. 5 overs left. Is it time to go? I'd like to change my previous statement. I have no idea how many overs are left. Quite frankly, I'm happy to just keep watching.
Yeah, it's either 5 or 6. We're not sure if it's a T20 or a T21 here today. As much as 20 overs makes more sense in our under 14s, we play 21 overs. It always means one kid of your 11 bowls one less over than everyone else, which is always very painful. That one is full, and an appeal for both LBW and possibly court, but it's not out.
That's the right call.
It looked like a sliding. Mark De La Riva facing again. You can just see it's spinning a little bit. It's hard to deal with. Big swing there by Mark, but doesn't connect with it. Another dot.
Bit of off-spin on off-spin action. Looks like Mark has been given license to perhaps go. As that one is straighter, and that is hit straight towards the man there at mid-on.
Very nice shot, that one. Looked good. And that one slid under the bat there, and it looks like he's just fallen out of his crease and he's been stumped. It's disappointing.
It is quite disappointing as we see another Trinity Willison wicket fall, another Tree Company wicket, with Mark De La Riva being dismissed for a duck, unfortunately. And as we check the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, the score will now be 8 for 53, with Will Howe coming into the crease.
Yep, one off spinner going out, one coming in. They're going to have a big job to do in the second innings here. If they're any chance of winning this game, they're obviously going to have to bowl very well, and I think looks like spin might be the way to go.
So that's what we think. However, we did see the opening pace bowler take 3 wickets, Zach.
He did.
And as I've told my kids many times, anything they can do, you should be able to do better. That's why you're on my team. And I think the Trinity Willison boys will be looking at this going, well, if they could do it, so can we. We know the quality of this bowling team for Trinity Willison.
Definitely, and you've got to wonder how many games in a season can you play before you just start getting a little bit tired, mentally and physically. 63, maybe the 64th game is the one where you just lose 5% concentration and you give a chance, and maybe all Trinity need is 1 or 2.
Look, especially when cricket's no longer the main focus for the Australian sporting scheme, with footy on the TV. Perhaps these Donvale boys also have already played 20 games in the local Donvale Football Club. And they're thinking about perhaps protecting their hamstrings for having to run around on Saturday. As Will Howe on strike. And
that was one of the all-time quickest triggers I have ever seen. That umpire has put his finger up so fast. It was almost no appeal there. He's just stuck it up.
Will Howe being caught trying to sweep the ball.
It did look out, in fairness.
In fairness, it did look out.
One of the first things you learn, though, in umpiring school is count to at least 2 Mississippi. You don't want to go up too quickly. You want to at least look like you've thought about it. It doesn't matter if it hits you on the foot in front of middle stump. You do want to just wait that second or 2 and make everyone think that you've thought about it.
Yes, as we see another duck. It's another hat-trick ball with Scott Newman coming in. However, I think that wasn't the end of the over, was it?
We might be home for dinner, Xana.
What have you got planned tonight?
Oh, maybe some Thai, bit of takeaway.
Bit of takeaway?
I've got a schnitzel in the fridge, might do a schnitzel.
Gluten-free?
Gluten-free. A couple of hash browns. Bit of broccoli.
Sounds nutritious there.
What's Mum cooking up tonight, Xana?
Look, I've got no idea, but I don't know how she'll be able to follow KFC for lunch. Pressure's on. If anything she does prepare, I assume will be delicious. But as delicious as the ending of this innings for Trinity Willison could be, we see some massive boundaries here. As the current field set that we have is a deep mid-wicket. We have a sweeper who is about 5 metres in off the boundary. We are seeing the mid-on fielder come about 10 metres off the boundary. And we have a regulation ring field with no fine leg. As the fielder at mid-wicket has been told, you're standing in the wrong paddock, I want you right under those udders. As he moves across a little bit. As that is a short ball that is hit to mid-wicket, well played there by Keels.
Keels is up to 16. Definitely looked the best of all the batsmen today. It's a nice shot through the offside for a single out to the sweeper. Donvale really haven't given many bad balls at all. This bowler, or the bowler at the other end, Conroy, it's 5 overs, 1 maiden, 4 for 5.
Say that again.
4 for 5 off 5 overs.
Wow, 4 for 5 off 5 overs. That's stuff of dreams there.
Absolutely, and this is Scott Newman at the crease now.
Scott Newman has made a name for himself in both Burt and A grade. He can hit a ball as well.
He can hit a ball. He's another star of the future for Trinity. Played with 5 or 6 games in Burt this year. Looked really at home. Started the year in the 4s. Made his way up as in the 2s about 3 weeks later. So he had a breakout season, and he's going to need a breakout here and put on a quick 30 or 40.
And I'm sure we'd never hear the end of it. That boy loves his cricket. As that is the end of another over as we check the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, and the score currently is 9 for 54 after 17. That was nearly a cheater team where wicket maiden. No, sorry, a cheater team where maiden. I've forgotten how cricket works. Is this a hat-trick ball?
I think this might be a hat-trick ball.
Does it count? Do you still count it if there's been an over in between?
Absolutely, does count, and he did get him the last 2 balls of his last over. So this is hat-trick ball number 2 for the innings. Keels has looked solid here. Touch wood. Hopefully he can keep it out, and he does. He's looked at home today, Keels.
As that is an outside edge which has gone over to backward square leg, picked up and thrown, and Scott Newman now on strike.
Yes, lefty now to a right arm offie. He's going to have his work cut out here from around the wicket.
Dem does love bowling to left-handers. And Scotty steps into that and drives it straight to the man at mid-off for a dot. As we still have the 2 fielders outside the ring. Scotty bunting that one for another dot.
As we have a look over at the scoreboard, they're going through the fonts on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I believe I see Calibri body.
Arial black.
Arial black. Bang script has popped up on the screen now.
Well left by Scott Newman outside the off stump. And that ends the over. That was it a cheated team? No, they got one run off it. But Conroy's finished his 6 overs. He finished 6 overs, 2 maidens, 4 for 6. Great spell, and the Bendigo Bank scoreboard has Trinity 9 for 55. Keels on strike here. Very nicely played. Back foot drive through the offside. And Trinity Willison have brought up their 100 runs in grand finals this season.
Combined grand finals. Fantastic there. Really is a team effort, a club effort. We are one club. As they get through there, Scott Newman on strike. That one back of a length. Scott trying to guide that, the correct shot to play, but there is a fielder there at the 3rd man area.
Was a nice shot though. Just couldn't beat the man short, third man. Wonder if Scotty's going to have a hoik in him soon. And there it was. Right on cue again, but he's missed it, and it's missed leg stump.
You have been right on point with your cricketing calls today, Zach.
When you know someone's out up.
So Scott has a look at this one, drives that, and he's going to test the man. He's going to test the man. He throws to the keeper's end, and they get through for a single.
It's a very nice drive there. Tough to play against an offie from around the wicket. Scott looking very solid here. I think either 1.5 or 2.5 overs to go. Hopefully they can see it through to the end of the innings here and sneak up to maybe 70, and you just never know.
As Keels hits that quite well, and that is stopped by the man at point.
Both teams have to bat on it.
And bowl on it too. As that is well played again there by Keels. And that concludes another over as we have a look at the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Score is currently 9 for 57 after 19. We have a change of the bowling from the Philip Webber end. I believe the opener is coming back on to bowl. And Scott Newman deals that comfortably, hitting that towards square leg. Now with our field, they have put in a third man and a fine leg both on the boundary. Otherwise it is a ring field with 2 covers.
Yeah, no cow out here.
It's like they haven't seen Scotty play.
Yeah, this might be the opportunity for Scott to try and get a couple of boundaries away here while the field's up. Defends that well.
Well adjusted there by Scotty. So we have seen one bowler bowling seam up.
Yep, classic turf.
Classic turf.
You think we were in India?
Fair point. I believe the game would be over by now, Zach.
Yeah, probably some Mars pitch.
As that is a slower ball, and Scotty waits on that perfectly, hitting that towards the man at third man. Scotty coming back, and that is out.
Yeah, it was an ambitious 2. And unfortunately, he didn't make it back. Umpire keen to put his finger up and finish off the innings for Trinity. I think 58. So 59 will be the total to chase down. Unfortunately, Keels is left stranded at the other end. He looked really good though. He finished on 19 not out. Shame for him that it wasn't a 2-day game where he could have spent a bit more time at the crease. But with wickets falling around him, he looked really solid and helped Trinity get to 58.
In any case where we're getting picked up by the mics currently, we have a little pitch inspection. It's formed on the pitch. What's the call? Hard? Is it hard at the length? What?
Very hard.
So it's a beautiful piece of ground. Does look fantastic. There is a crack on is that a good length? Back of a length slightly. A couple cracks forming there that Trinity Willison could look.
We're back for this run chase here for Donvale, but we're very excited. We've got the inside goss that we have TJ Walker for the first time in a very long time coming off the full run here today. His school cricket got cancelled tomorrow, so he's going to have an almighty crack here, and I am very excited to see it.
Yeah, look, and if last week was him taking 5 wickets for 4, not bowling off his full run, not bowling as fast as he possibly could, gee willikers, I'm not going to be able to see this.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing it. He's played some pretty high-level Premier cricket, and he knows the turf wickets. So, you know, if he can sneak a couple early, it could just be game on. So we're looking forward to seeing him bowl here. The Trinity boys just have to have a crack here.
Yeah, they really do. And if you missed that pitch inspection, some of the highlights where there were some cracks forming, especially on a good length right outside that off stump, which could cause mayhem for the Donvale batsman.
Yes, anything's possible. It looked like a pretty nice pitch overall though, pretty hard. Apparently the spinner Conroy plays ones Premier cricket. So no wonder he took 4 wickets. They've got some pretty good players, this Donvale team.
Yes, they do. And in case you missed the first innings, Trinity Willison were all out for 58, which I hear apparently was the last time the Fonz scored. And TJ Walker preparing to bowl. And we have said many times that a lot of these 18s guys are future seniors players for Trinity Willison Cricket Club. We're looking at perhaps a future Vic Bushranger here in TJ Walker.
Yeah, maybe the next Andrew Feckerty.
It's a standard set there. Perhaps a bit stiff for TJ Walker to be compared to Andrew Feckerty. As he prepares to trundle in.
Ooh. That's quick, outside off. The batsman's had a little flash at it, but doesn't connect. First ball's through for a dot. That looked pretty quick.
That looked extremely fast. And I think it was quite kind of him not to put it on the body. I know if I had to face that, I would have copped that on the body and I would be carried off in an ambulance. As he comes into bowl again.
Oh! Oh, I'm liking this, Sander.
That is fantastic. Inches away from the off stump there.
He's got a nice imposing run up. Really gains speed as he gets up. Big jump. Could cause a lot of issues here. TJ again. One's a little shorter and defended away to points. Picked up by Roy Hewson.
We apologise for any technical difficulties currently being experienced by those watching at home.
Yeah, it's because they haven't started the second innings.
Walker making a change to the field. He's sending out Will Howe, I believe, onto the boundary, planting the seed of a short ball. We know what happens sometimes. Is it a double bluff?
Wow, that swung in after it went to the batsman there, and it's missed the keeper and gone for four byes, I believe there. That was an almighty swipe by the batsman. He got nowhere near it, but it's missed the keeper and gone for four.
And TJ Walker there with another good length ball, and that has been clubbed off the bat towards Charlie Clark there at a short cover position. TJ charging in again. Oh, an outside off stump. That is well stopped there by Charlie Clark. He has slowed it down as it has gone past cover, and that is stopped there by Mark Della River.
And that's the first over finished as we have a look at the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. The Bendigo Bank My Cricket scoreboard hasn't updated, but Donvale are none for 6 after 1 over. We are trying to work on getting My Cricket updated so that you can see the vision. That was a quick over by TJ, and Scotty Newman will open the bowling with TJ.
Yeah, express heat there by TJ.
Hopefully we can show you the second over of TJ because he's bowling really well. It'd be nice to be able to get it on vision. Looks like a left-hander at the other end, so lefty to lefty. Third man was going out, but they've stopped him about halfway back to the boundary, and there's a fine leggy and everyone else is inside the circle. That one's straying down leg. The umpire is unmoved. It's a dot ball.
Yeah, lovely bit of in swing towards the left-hander there. Or a wave swing to the right-hander, depending on who's facing. There's that one a bit back of a length, and that has been hit. It's gone past the man there at cover, but has been chased to the boundary. And that is fantastic there by James Hearn, throwing the ball in.
Just realised how many spinners are actually in this team. There's James Hearn, there's Mark Della Riva, there's Will Howe, there's Roy Hewson. Am I missing anyone? That's 4.
I think if T.A. Walker takes the gloves off, he fancies himself a bit of an off-spinner. Jordan McCleary can do a bit of everything, I've been told. Don't seem too impressed by that.
Oh, you know. T.A. does rate his own bowling, so it's fair enough. That one's short down leg. Scotty gets away with another one. Through to the keeper. Leg side wides seem optional tonight.
They do, which is a reprieve there for Scotty, used to the strict Burt rules.
Oh, that was up-ish, pulled away, just missed square leg.
As Roy Hewson chases that one down to the boundary.
Comes back for 2 runs. Good start here for Donvale. Thought that might have gone a hand there, but it's missed square leg. A little bit short there from Scotty. Gonna get it up a bit.
Yeah, a lot better there by Scotty. And that concludes the second over as we check this Bendigo Bank scoreboard for the grand final here in the under-18s with Trinity Willison and Donvale playing cricket. And the My Cricket Bendigo Bank scoreboard is not updated, so I might pass this on towards Zach. We can see the
Yes.
scoreboard down there.
The score is none for 10 after 2 overs. TJ in again. Oh, that is quick and on the pads. Just down leg, and batsman's done well to keep it out there. Another fast one there. I think the scoreboard's come off the screen now, so we get to watch TJ bowling on the live stream. He's bowling quick. They do need a wicket though. Fairly large understatement.
As TJ brings in the short one to no avail, no flesh, no bat.
Don't mind the tactic though.
No, we did see him move out that fielder to deep square leg in the previous over. He's playing the long game.
Yeah, so it's a fine leg and a deep square out, and then everyone else inside the circle. Ooh. That one's driven away. Charlie Clark stops it at cover for no run. I'm enjoying this. Good to see there's some very skilled players playing today. We're very lucky to be able to watch them.
Yes, I agree with that statement, Zach. Happy to be on this side of the fence and not on the field dealing with all these skilled people. As that is hit high, Adam Donaghy is going for the catch and he has taken it at mid-wicket, and Trinity Willison get the wicket they want.
That is an underrated catch. His hat fell off. He's tripped over it, running backwards, and he's managed to cling onto it. That was really nice work. I didn't have a huge amount of faith. It was in the air, but he's got under that really comfortably and taken a nice catch there. And Trinity get what they needed, which is an early wicket. As we have a look at the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, it's 1 for 10 in the third over.
Yeah, looking directly into the floodlights, something that you don't get much practice of at Frog Hollow, unless you're standing on the wrong side of the tracks. He's done well to hold on to that.
He has. He's done really well. And it looks like the new batsman here is Kanan, the left arm orthodox that opened, the Dem lookalike. I think this is the part of the game where he will look less like Dem, because he's made over 1,500 runs, an average of 50 this year. Looking forward to seeing him bat.
Yeah, look, I think if you give Dem a chance, bat him a bit higher, he can score runs. It's the curse of batting in the tail. Don't get much of an opportunity.
2 lefties here now. TJ Walker coming in again. Ooh, well bowled. Nice drive by the batsman. No idea who the batsman is, to be honest.
Yes.
There is some issue connecting the scoreboard to the stream.
That was the end of the overs. We checked the Bendigo Bank scoreboard after that. It is 1 for 10 after 3 overs. And they're having a change in the field. Adam has been sent out, apologies, towards the deep mid-wicket area. Everyone else in the ring except for a fine leg as Scotty looks to bowl full. Fantastic ball. They've gone up for it. The umpire.
Well, we knew it was now because he didn't put his finger up in a billionth of a second.
Perhaps he heard your advice through the umpire's Auburn Hotel drinks break, and he thought maybe I'd give it a little bit more time before making my decision.
Yeah, which we like to see.
Fantastic return to the crease by Scotty as he comes into bowl again. That one back of a length and has been picked up by the fielder there at point. Will Howell doing that.
So 49 runs more to win off 17 overs. It's under 3 and over.
Yeah, one thing we'll see here is fielding needs to be on point.
Agree. You can't afford to let anything through. Any chance you have to stop one needs to be stopped here.
It really does.
They do have a very good fielding unit here.
As that one is guided towards short third man, and it is stopped wonderfully by the fielder there, who I believe is Roy Hewson.
No, that would be...
Or not.
Marcus Dayton?
Marcus Dayton, correct. 2 floppies on the field.
Yep. You had a 50-50.
I did. White shoes, black shoes. As Scotty holds that one. That is well stopped there by Will Howell. But they do get through for a single.
That's a lovely shot, that one. Driven, little uppish, fell short of Will Howell and he got a good piece of it and knocked it down, and they just got through for 1.
What is your opinion on the floppy when there is no sun out?
Well, I've never been a massive fan of the floppy. We did have a game in the twos earlier in the year where after Mr. Tree Company himself, Carl Della River, handed everyone in the team a floppy, everyone was wearing one except for me. And then Chuck dropped a catch and blamed the floppy.
Ah, yes.
Said it got in the way. And not sure if I've seen him in one since.
Well, the cricketers are very superstitious, as James Hearn with a beautiful piece of fielding and throw to end that over has rejected Bendigo Bank scoreboard, and the score is 1 for 12 off 4 overs, as TJ is bowling around the wicket now.
Ooh, fast and straight, but it's clipped away towards fine leg. Fine leg's got a lot of work to do, and they come back for 2 runs. Well fielded, but nice shot.
How long do you reckon you would last if TJ was bowling at you?
Oof. Maybe 1 ball.
I'd give you the benefit of the doubt, give you 3.
Oh, not sure about that. He's too quick for me. And again, but that one just slides down leg side. Through for another dot. Just wonder how long until we see a spinner here. Spin worked very effectively for Donvale. Trinity with 4 options here. Don't even know which one they'd go to first, but I think they'd have to give them a go. That one's through TA Walker. Like just missed leg stump, and they've got through for a bye.
For those at home wondering, there is no familiar relation between TA and TJ, although they do share the same first name and last name.
I would be concerned if they were brothers, both called Tom.
That's why there's a middle initial that's different, Zach. As Tom comes into bowl. Ooh. Fantastic ball, and that is really well kept out there. A paddle by Kanan.
Yeah, really interesting shot there. He's sort of cross bat, sort of scoop cut it down to short third man. I don't know what that was, really.
It was quite inventive.
Real smother of the ball there.
Well put there. A smother. As TJ charges in again. That one outside off stump. That is a outside edge towards Marcus Dayton there in the third man region.
Nothing gets past Marcus Dayton, one of the best fielders at the club.
He does have his days though, especially when I bowl. As TJ turns around.
I'm sniffing one here, stand up. Ooh, that one's a little bit shorter. Fended away onto the offside for a single.
It was also a fantastic bit of fielding there by Will Howe. The one hand pick up and throw as we have a look at the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. And I might throw this over to Zach.
Yes, you need your glasses, Xander. It's 1 for 16 after 5 overs.
Yeah, look, the Bendigo Bank scoreboard at Frog Hollow, the only Bendigo Bank scoreboard that is true, that we love so much. Can't go wrong with that, can you? The white font colour.
Yeah, the scoreboard that you're talking about where the numbers are basically falling off and it's falling apart.
That is correct. However, that Bendigo Bank sticker is quite shiny. I do like that. I do like seeing that. But I can't see this red font. I apologise.
Scott Newman to continue from the southern / whoop whoop end, as Xander called it. That is slashed away through the offside. Cannon has turned around, no interest in running, and it goes away for 4. Very nice shots.
Yeah, really good Bendigo Bank boundary there. It's a fantastic shot.
Yeah, he was onto that in a flash, and he's smoked that away between point and cover for another boundary. and it moves Donvale up to 20. They need 39 runs more to win off 15 overs. That one's a wide. Got in again, that one's on the stumps, defended away for a dot.
Yeah, look, after you've scored 1,000 runs in one season after 87 batting innings, I'd think your eye would be in after a couple of balls. And as we saw with that fantastic shot, it's up to Scotty. What's he going to do to get him out? I think Scotty's got a couple of variations up his sleeve.
Yeah, maybe a little cutter. See if you can skid one through. That one's short and pulled, but straight to mid-on. Looks like a decent bat, this bloke.
Yeah, you don't score 1,000 runs in a season being number 11 batsman, Zach.
You'd know.
I would know. Although I have been known to bat at 10, we have performed slightly better on some occasions. For the selectors out there, as Scotty bowls another one that is slightly wide.
Dates. Spin. Tell Chuck, spin. Spin. Get spin on. What? Yes, I'm allowed to yell. Why can't I yell? I'm not coaching, I'm not the coach.
As Scotty wants to have a second effort at that one.
How are you not understanding this? Go back. Yes. Tell Chuck.
We are very passionate about our cricket here in the commentary booth.
Yeah, I think it's time for a spinner.
A little bit of a change. As Scotty comes into bowl again. It is hard to bowl on turf, isn't it?
Oh. That's full outside off. Slashed away over cover for 4 runs. Lovely shot there. This guy looks like he can bat.
Yeah, powerful back in motion boundary there. Just can't bowl like that to a quality batsman like this. Unfortunate for Scotty. Scotty comes into bowl again. That one, very nicely done. TA going for the stumping appeal, given not out. And that concludes the over as we have a platoon swap of fielders coming on.
Yeah, it looks like 4 on, 4 off. Not even going to try to say who's going on and off. It's half the team.
Jordan McCleary's coming on. Will Howe's walking off. I believe that is James Hearn also walking off. Scotty looks like he is taking the run towards the boundary. Mark Della Riva will be completing the platoon swap of players leaving the Trinity Willison field. I've done well there, haven't I?
You have actually. Did you name anyone coming on?
Jordan McCleary.
Yep. James Alsop.
James Alsop.
Jack Palmer.
I believe Jack Palmer as well.
And Will Buckley? Maybe?
Maybe, as that one is off the pad, I think. Correct, good call by me, and that is going straight to Roy at square leg. The floodlights are on, but it's still quite dark. Well bowled there by TJ, outside the off stump, stopped by TA Walker.
Well defended by Cannon or Kanan.
K9, Kanan.
Looks like a good player. Can see why he wants to play so many matches. I'd be playing that many matches if I could hit a ball like him.
I'd be selling my talents overseas if I was as good as him.
TJ in again. Short and bottom edge, and it's just missed leg stump. Down to fine leg for a single.
Well fielded by Will Buckley there.
That was very unlucky for TJ.
Kanan taking a couple steps across the stumps there. Confident.
Yep, he is. Got away with that one. Oh, that's a nice shot. Hoiked over mid-wicket and away for 4 runs. Lovely shot there.
Yeah, it's gone over the field there for a Bendigo Bank boundary. 4 runs.
Not far to go now. Donvale over halfway. They're 1 for 32, chasing 59. These two looking like very good batsmen. That one short again, down leg side, and TJ gets away with it, and that's the end of the 7th over. Bendigo Bank scoreboard has Donvale 1 for 32.
And we will be having a change in the bowling. It looks like the helmet is coming on.
Good, this is what I was after.
And Roy Houston will be taking off the floppy. We're looking to tweak some. Very skillful bowler he is.
He is, he's a leg spinner. At his best, very hard to play, and he'll need to be at his best today. Against 2 lefties will be interesting. Marcus Dayton jogging out towards Cow. There's also long on going back, and surely fine leg will come up. There's also deep square leg.
First ball has been hit. It has pierced the gap through the covers, but that will be well fielded there. By Mr. Palmer.
Won't be much margin for error with this batsman. One's full outside off, comfortably left. So there's 5 fielders on the leg side, 4 on the boundary with chuck at a box, and then 4 in on the offside as the reverse sweep comes out. That is impressive. Will Keeley picks it up. He was at sort of a slip. It's gone away for 2 runs.
It's gone over his head.
Wowee, reverse sweep.
This is why I did say it was the second highest grade of synthetic cricket.
Yeah, after that shot. A little shorter. Knocked away to cover. And again, that's Lovely ball. Defender down the pitch. No run.
Yeah, really good bowling by Roy. Hasn't really missed a spot yet, has he?
No, you can't do much when you get reverse swept. Nothing you can really do about it. Nice follow-up ball there. Defended away onto the leg side. Charlie Clark picks it up and it ends the 8th over with Donvale 1 for 36 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. They need 23 more to win. TJ Walker to continue here. So these two left-handers. Looks like pretty much a ring field with just fine leg out on the boundary. I would love to see one of the offies have a go at these two lefties here. TJ in again, and he's forced an edge, and Trinity get their second wicket. Well caught by TA Walker at keeper, and 2 wickets now for TJ, 2 wickets for Trinity. Donvale 2 for 36. Is there still a chance, Xander?
I always say I've seen crazy things happen on a cricket field.
Yeah, we need another 7 for 17 here.
I've been a part of a 7 for 13 before.
Been done before. You never know.
Never do know. Could see plenty of tree company wickets fall here. Just swung the bat at that one.
He did, and TJ probably deserved a wicket. He's bowled well. Thick edge there. A little bit unlucky it didn't just fly away, to be honest, with the speed on the bat, but it's a wicket. Well caught by TA.
Yeah, especially with no third man in play. I've seen plenty of a time something like that end up going for 4.
Yeah, they just brought third man up, but they get away with it. I guess with only 22 more to win, there's no point putting too many out on the boundary. You need them in catching spots. You're not going to defend 58 unless you bowl them out. TJ will have to get on a roll here. It's well worked into the leg side. Picked up by James Allsop, and they come through for a single. New batsman is Challa. He replaced Conroy, who was caught behind.
TJ getting ready to charge in. Very well left. Well stopped there by TA Walker, getting the foot involved.
Yeah, he's got the pads under the pants.
Looking very professional.
He's got in the way of that. Stopped any more buys.
Kanan looks very comfortable out there, doesn't he?
He does. Gonna need a piece of magic here from TJ. Knock him over. Fuller, driven a bit off. Fielded by Jordan McCleary. Oh, what a pill there. That swung away. It's deceived TA. I think he went down leg, expecting that to go down there, and it just swung. Kanan's missed it, and it's just evaded TA. It's gone for a single. Wow, that was a pill.
You did say a bit of magic. That could have been a bit of magic to undo the batsman there.
Yeah, it was actually too good to hit, that one. Too good for an edge.
That was phenomenal. Very hard to see. Very hard to know what to do.
Yeah, I don't think Ricky Ponting would have hit that one.
No, I don't think I would have either. So I can now be compared to Ricky Ponting, as that is a outside edge which has gone across to mid-wicket. And then the end of another fantastic over there by TJ Walker, as we check the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. And the score currently in this grand final is 2 for 38 after 9. Now, Zach, did we discover if it was 20 or 21 overs?
Nope, no idea.
Okay.
Don't think it all matters, to be honest.
That is true. 8 wickets could come quite fast.
21 to get in either 11 or 12 overs.
And I believe we're seeing Roy continue from that end.
Yeah, he's got one righty now to bowl to. Probably wouldn't mind getting him on strike. Bowls outside off, and it's swept, sort of swept away into the leg side just for a single down to long on. Fielded well by someone.
I think it's TJ.
TJ.
And Roy gets the right-hander on strike.
He does. He will like that. Changing the field. Got one going out to Cow. Chuck coming across to mid-wicket. So we've got 5 on the leg side here. We've got a deep point and a Cow. Everyone else in the ring. Big gap here between cover and slip, but Chuck's noticed that big gap. He snuck back over to cover.
As that is really well bowled, well flighted. That's defended quite well. Would love a cheetah teamwear maiden, although we can't get one this over. Maybe next over.
And again, that one's shorter, pulled away, doesn't get enough on it, and Jordan McCleary has taken the catch. Trinity get their 3rd wicket, 3 for 39. All of a sudden, gets a little bit of pressure into the batting team.
Yeah, Jordan McCleary there took a couple claps before catching that one.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on there.
You do what you got to do. As YouTube sensation Jordan McCleary with a fantastic catch, and there's another wicket, another Tree Company wicket there for Trinity Willison.
Yeah, that one was short, but just skidded on a little bit and didn't get onto the pull shot. The right-hander goes. 3 for 39, still 20 to get. Are we just a little bit interested?
Look, I don't know about you, I never lost interest in this, Zach.
I think the plan now will have to be get the lefty off strike, just give him the single, and attack at the other end.
Even better, if you're able to dismiss that left hand and see the back of him,
Yes,
the boys would be up about that.
They would be. They would be. 20 more to get. Nice shot there by the lefty. Between point and cover for 2. Donvale moving to the 40s. Not going down without a fight here, Trinity, which we like to see. If we can just sneak another wicket here, it would really make things a little bit interesting. We're in again. Oh, he's gone a reverse sweep. It was Fuller. He got a little bit of bat on it and he's got back for 2, but he got away with that one.
Yeah, really unfortunate there.
Not super sure about that shot that time.
No, you get that even slightly wrong, and you're quite often walking back to the pavilion as Roy comes into bowl. There's a run-out chance.
And unfortunately, single to finish the over there. Keeps Cannon on strike, and after 10 overs, Donvale are 3 for 44 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Roy with 1 wicket and TJ with 2 wickets. As the platoon changes again.
I think only 2 players coming on this time, with 1 staying down. We're seeing Flash Gordon, Data Boy, plenty of nicknames here as he is exiting the field. As we have a change in the bowling from this Philip Webb and Adam Donaghy coming on to bowl.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Bit of an X factor, golden arm. Got a hat trick a couple of games ago in the final game of the year, I think. And they'll need one here from him. He's going to have to get it right straight away. There's just a fine leg out. No one else out on the boundary, so not a lot of room for error, particularly with this good batsman on strike. I probably would have given him a single, and he's pulled that over mid-on, and that will
That
go
is
away.
plugged, it is plugged, and it has come to a complete stop. Fantastic chase there by Will Howell, who picks up the ball and is able to throw it back. That's what we were talking about before. The ball just stops.
It did stop. It did stop. I just think that they might have missed a little trick here. I would have given Cannon here a single at any cost. I think 5 out on the boundary, give him a single and have a crack at the other end. Because it's almost impossible for him to get a single here unless he gets one down a fine leg. And that is cut away nicely. And it's gone for 4 runs. Very nice shots. They're not far away now. 3 for 50 runs they've brought up in the 11th over.
Yeah, really classy Bendigo Bank boundary there, as it's pierced the gap.
It was a lovely shot. Just 9 to win now.
He's played that shot really well, hasn't he? That back foot cut shot.
Yeah. If you can play square of the wicket on turf, you go okay.
Nine runs required, 7 wickets, or 8 runs required to draw, 9 runs to win.
Oh, that one is hit away on the leg side. Didn't get much of it, and comes back for 2 more runs.
Yeah, I think your earlier comment was correct. You do want to give him the single, especially if they had the fielders out earlier with some of those shots. Could have been catching opportunities as well. They have been quite aerial.
Yeah, catching or at most 1. Just even though, only 15 to win, very unlikely. You just got to give yourself a chance against the new batsman. Wow, he has played a reverse, well, I don't even know what that was, to be honest. Some sort of reverse sweep against a fast bowler, and he's caused a little misfield and got away for a single.
Yeah, that is what we call unorthodox in the batting game, but he's hit that quite well.
Oodles of skill, this boy.
That's why he has played 87,000 games this season. As the right-hander is on strike.
Well bowled there by Donners. 5 to get now for Donvale in the 11th.
They could start a left-hander a strike. Could be 7 wickets, Zach.
Look, you just never know. That one's short and slashed away. It's a lovely shot. Great pull shot. It's gone for 4 runs, and it levels the score at the end of the 11th over. Or have we got 1 ball left? No, that is over. 11 overs gone on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. The scores are now level. Donvale needing 1 run to win. They're 3 for 58. Well, I think in the spirit of wrapping things up, a bit like last time, we got a couple of people to thank from the junior side of things. Starting with the junior vice president, Mel Norkie. She does a great job. She's been the vice president for about 3 years now, and the junior club definitely couldn't do it without her. Who else do we want to thank, Xander?
We want to thank the coach of this side, John Hearn, as well, for his fantastic support to this team throughout the whole season, as that will see the end of the game, the end of the season completed with Donvale being victorious. Donvale are the under-18 premiers.
Yes, good win for Donvale. They've wrapped this up in the 12th over. Oh, no, one more apparently. Bales have come off, they've gone back on. Apparently one more to get.
I'd like to thank our sponsors, Bendigo Bank, back in motion, Tree Company. Couldn't be playing cricket without them, could we?
No, they're definitely a big part of our success. Also, thank you to all the parents that drive their kids to all the games. Coming out to Donvale early on a Friday, would have had to leave work early.
I also want to thank Auburn Hotel, Cheetah Teamwear, for making fantastic clothes that we've worn out throughout the season, as we see a aggressive short ball go through the keeper. I want to thank Davino Sellers as well. As he takes pace off that ball with a fantastic dot there. Really making the most of this.
Yep, Jack Palmer delaying the game here. Couple of slashes, but no contact. Goes even shorter and he's edged it. That's very unfortunate for the batsman. That was about 2 metres over his head. Is that just supposed to be a no ball in junior cricket? Who knows?
Yeah, I think the squaring umpire called it and then he retracted his decision.
Wowee, that was a big edge, but it was a good 1.5 metres over his head. And Trinity have their 4th wickets.
There's a Bendigo Bank wicket, a Tree Company wicket for Trinity Willison, and maybe they should have called the game off already.
Yeah.
He won't be happy. He will be having a word to his coach.
Just six more to get here for Trinity. Not going down without a fight, which we like to see. That was unfortunate for that batsman, but Jack Palmer will take his wicket. 4 for 58. That's the shortest I've ever seen a ball bowled that gets a wicket, I reckon. I don't think many people would have even got to that one. So scores are still level here. 4 now for 58. Jack Palmer's got a wicket. You love another cheapie here. The field has come in. There's now 3 slips and a gully. Short cover, mid off, mid on. And driven to cover. Stopped by Charlie Clark.
Well stopped there by the captain.
Pressure's on. It's been a nice over by Jack Palmer.
Who would bowl the next over if they're unable to finish the job?
Or maybe back to Donna's. And that one is attempted to be pulled, but hits him on the body, and it finishes the over, I believe. And Donvale still equal. It's 4 for 58. One more to get. Just the 8 overs left. 1 run to win. Run rate required is 0.125.
Some quick maths there.
Some quick, not great maths.
But quick. As Donners will continue to bowl, and he'll bowl this over.
Fields just going back a little bit. 1 slip, a point, 2 covers, mid off, mid on, mid wicket, square leg, and short fine leg.
Kanaan is batting right-handed,
Oh,
and he has gotten it through.
didn't even notice that. Questionable, to say the least.
Well, he batted quite well for his team today.
He did.
As Donvale are now the premiers after bowling Trinity Willison out for 58. And that's the end of the season.
That is the end of the season. Thank you very much for joining us today. Final thank you to Peter McCauley and for getting the frog box up for us today and streamed. Hope you enjoyed it. Donvale are winners by 6 wickets.
Anyone else you want to thank, Kenny?
No, I think we're pretty done with thank yous.
Thank you to everyone that was watching.
Yep, and we'll be back for pre-season in August.
And until then, take care everyone, safe travels, safe health.
See you next time.